Eric William passed away. The ship hit rough water that day. Someone turned the bridge over to a captain named Chambers. Me blood crawl, things start to fall. Hold me head when I sail a ball. Captain, the ship is sinking. Captain, the seas are rough. Oh yes, we gas tank almost empty, no electricity. We oil pressure reading low. Shall we abandon ship or shall we stay on it and perish slow? We don't know, we don't know. Captain, you tell me what to do. Whoa, whoa.
Welcome to the Late Night Show. Hope everything is okay. Hope everything is all right. I'm your host, Andy. Okay, what's happening on St. Martin? A lot is happening. Of course, we continue to ride the roller coaster of this wonderful place we call St. Martin. And of course, the members of Parliament should be arriving back in St. Martin this weekend after spending a luxurious 10 days in the Netherlands, The Hague. And, you know, from what I understand, I was able to get some numbers. And the numbers, first of all, the per diem was 4,000 euros per MP. 4,000 euros. That's how much times minimum wage? 10 days of work. 4,000 euros. It's end of the month. That means they get paid. So it's 10,000 guilders plus 4,000 euros. Is how much, kids? A lot. But they work. Some kind of how. This is how it is. And of course, hotel stays. That's also in the package. And then they have so that means it's 10 times 4,000 euros. And then the first class tickets. No wonder Art will have a headache. I understand. But at the same time, you know, no, I was trying to say something nice, but it didn't work. It's ridiculous. And these are the people that are going to go in different political parties for the next elections and then go like, we for here, St. Martin, we're one, we're together, we're one party. And as soon as they get into Parliament, I need to vote my mind, I need to, let's go independent. See you in the next 4 years, I guess. Stability at its best. Anyway, there's one person that worked for his money, and that is, of course, Savage Chris. He went off on the Dutch, and I just loved it because Chris don't care where he is. He don't got no bone. This is Chris in the Netherlands earlier this week.
Let me be frank and speak freely. You know, I sit in this room, and with all the intelligence of everyone that sits here, I still don't think that this part of the world understand and grasp the importance of what that side of the world, being us in the Caribbean, is talking about when it concerns the democratic deficit. I listened to the intelligence of the researchers, and there are so many proposals, the 3 proposals that you came up with. But with all due respect, they mean nothing if we don't tackle the statute. It is the foundation of the argument that we on this side of the world continue to make concerning the democratic deficit. When you look at the Faroe Islands in Denmark with the 2 seats, Their constitution was changed to allow those 2 seats. When you look at Guadeloupe and Martinique, the French government changed their constitution to incorporate the different departments in their colonies. Here we are in 2022. From 1954 to 2022, the islands, we are screaming, we are bawling, we are yearning for this side of the world to understand that something is wrong. And I have to agree with my colleague Raymond. Those proposals are far-fetched. As a matter of fact, it seems to be impossible. You know, there was a famous singer that lived in the Netherlands, Nina Simone, and she said, when you don't feel love at the table anymore, you have to get up and leave. I am not feeling the love that this side of the world understands when we talk about the democratic deficit and how we are the islands are being punished because we are so-called countries in a kingdom.
It's best Chris has just say, it's best he just had to say that. Just flip it, give it to them. Yeah. Gangster Chris. He's gearing up for his No Party launch, so I guess he is representing us now. I can't wait for elections now. It's going to be a hoot. Also, earlier this week, the Prime Minister was at the UN, and she gave a speech about women in the Caribbean and women as, the struggles of women in St. Martin, which I don't get because we had, we have 3 women prime ministers. I think we're doing good when it comes to equality. Right now, it ain't equal because we had more women prime ministers than men prime ministers. So I think we get in there, we in a good place, got women CEOs. Well, no, that did not work out for Ms. Danielle at GB. They must have some other. We had Regina, yes, for a while. Okay, wait. I got to think on this. I got to ponder. But in any case, here is your highlight of the UN speech, which was a good speech. I must say, it was a good speech. It's Positive Friday.
Here, however, from 2017 with Irma, then into the pandemic, before recovering from that, and now into the crisis that we face every, June to November, it is something that we live with each day. And one of the reasons I believe that as women we have shown ourselves to be good leaders is based on the fact that all humans come with feminine and masculine characteristics. Over the years, historically, women have been downplayed as second-class citizens based on those characteristics. However, we're seeing that even men exhibiting these types of characteristics, nurturing, caring, compassion, have also shown themselves to be great leaders. And I think once we can embrace the good aspects of both masculine and feminine characteristics, which we all have, we will all be able to coexist and bring more equality to the table. For me, I've been inspired by the prime ministers and female leaders like Mia Mottley. I'd hope to see her here today, and others like the wife of the president, Miss Michelle Obama. Seeing them in those positions inspired me. I believe at times I am said to be too caring and have said to be too whatever other synonym for female we have. But then yet again, after the handling of Hurricane or then Tropical Storm Fiona, my population also was very happy with the way it was handled. And it was through constant communication, constant collaboration. I was chairing the Emergency Operations Center during the pandemic, as well as the recent hurricane. And there's a group of men and women that respect the decisions. They give advice. We are also, I think, better listeners. You hear, you take in the advice, you weigh it, and you make the decision that's best for the greater good of the population.
All right, so that was your Prime Minister, Sylvia Jacobs. Of course, she's back and continuing to steer the country. I'm trying to stay positive. So let me say something positive about our President of Parliament. I think that MP Krisha Heiliger continues to be the worst President of Parliament in St. Martin history. Of course, she has to put a meeting for next week, whereby there is going to be a vote against or for her staying on as chair. The majority of Parliament called the meeting just before they left for the Netherlands on their very expensive trip that we paid for. They have to vote now, get back to work. Hopefully, we can get all 15 members of Parliament to show up for work, because all 10 of them decided to go to the Netherlands. So maybe they might continue the trend and go to work at 100% attendance. I know that's too much to ask, but it's going to be an election year very soon. So I'm sure that they'll try their best. So they are going to meet, and a vote is going to happen. Whether MP Krisha Heiliger has enough, we'll have to wait and see, because MP William Marlin is going to deal with his medical situation, because they had some months that passed. He had to go back into Parliament, make sure Save Sharendi, our Minister of Romi, and then now he can go back and take another 6-7 months. You know, that's how it goes, so that he could focus on his health. In the meantime, the numbers in Parliament is going to be very interesting, because it's going to be 7-7. So if a vote comes for the removal of the President of Parliament, Krisha Heiliger Martin, it would not pass, because it would be a block, 7-7. If somebody else from the opposition decides to support the government, then her ass is grass. So we'll have to wait. And I'm sure the grass is green on the other side. Sorry. I got it to myself and I was like, that's hilarious. Welcome to the Late Night Show. We have a good one for you. Let's begin.
Are you ready to represent your side as JW3 Jam Where We Want presents versus Part 2? Who are you rolling with? A head-to-head battle of rhythm, bass, and drive, all in one night, featuring from AXA Anguilla, Latest and Exodus HD.
Say it with your chest, oh yes!
And from Sugar City Sing Kicks, none other than Grandmasters. With a round one matchup of St. Martin's very own official band,
The Ding Style
versus No Limit.
Impressive.
Plus DJ Big Boss and Maestro versus King Kimbe and Sexer. It all goes down at APS Parking Lot, also known as Tellem's Parking Lot, on Saturday, October 22nd from 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. Tickets are $15 for early bird, $20 in advance, and more at the gate. Tickets are available via the K-Band app. Picture the studio on the Bush Road and at Van Dorp in Madam Estate. JW3 on Saturday, October 22nd presents versus Part 2. Who you rolling with?
Flawless victory.